I just finished watching Dragon Ball Daima and I have a lot of thoughts, so let's talk about it.
Your mere existence offends me, Frieza. Why don't you quit that?
What did you say to me?
What's up guys, Mike here, welcome back to my channel. Hit the subscribe button for more pop culture content like this. Let's get into it. Okay, so a brand new anime series based on the Dragon Ball franchise has just launched. I just watched episode 1, which is the only episode out right now, and it is called Dragon Ball Daima. Of course, most millennials like me would probably be most familiar with Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z. This was a huge series in the mid to late 90s and was probably some of our first exposure to anime in the West.
You two don't have a clue! Even the smallest bit of power can mean the difference between winning and losing!
Dragon Ball Z absolutely exploded here with characters like Goku, Krillin, Piccolo, Cell, Frieza, Majin Buu. Seriously, some of the character designs in this show are amazing.
Listen. Gohan has a power hidden within him that you or I can't even begin to imagine.
But even though most of us here in the West saw Dragon Ball Z first, it was actually originally just Dragon Ball based on a kid version of Goku, and the original Dragon Ball anime was based on a manga series by Akira Toriyama.
Master, my name's Krillin, and I've come all the way from a village in the east. Please allow me to be your humble student and learn to fight like you.
Toriyama died earlier this year, or maybe last year, and it was a really sad time for like fans of Japanese pop culture. He was instrumental in just the evolution of anime and manga and bringing that into the West.
You want me? You got me!
And the Dragon Ball franchise is undoubtedly one of the most significant exports from Japan into the West. And because of its success, Dragon Ball Z would eventually have a sequel series called Dragon Ball GT. This is now considered non-canon by fans, and I believe Akira Toriyama had nothing to do with this series.
Vegeta, why do you have to use Bulma's machine? Can't you just turn into Super Saiyan 4 on your own by now?
Shut up! I could ask the same question of you right now, so don't get on me, you little runt!
It was then followed up by Dragon Ball Super, which has only recently ended. I'm pretty sure Toriyama did have something to do with that one.
Vegeta's world-famous gourmet rice omelet.
Do you even know how to crack an egg?
And finally, now we have Dragon Ball Daima. As far as I'm aware, this one is not based on an existing manga story, but this is the last piece of Dragon Ball media that Toriyama worked on before he died. I'm pretty sure he wrote all of it, and it is really exciting to have this sort of posthumous release. In fact, it's quite beautiful in a way. Now, I want to be really clear about this. I don't know enormous amounts about Dragon Ball. It has been a prominent part of my life. I've watched a lot of it, particularly when I was a kid. But in terms of the lore and storyline, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert here, but I did think because a new series was starting up, it would be a great place for me to restart and continue watching it. I think these characters and this animation is just so profoundly nostalgic to me. Like, it just reminds me of getting up before school and watching Dragon Ball Z on TV.
You and this entire planet will be reduced to nothing but dust!
At the moment, it is only out in Japanese with English subs, but I'm sure eventually an English dub will come out. And from what I can tell, Dragon Ball Daima takes place directly after Dragon Ball Z, and I think before Dragon Ball Super. And I've got to say, the step up in animation here is amazing. It just looks so clean and crisp everywhere, and this new story does seem really interesting. Basically, we have new villain characters who are essentially trying to reunite the Earth Dragon Balls and bring them all together and wish all of our favorite characters back into children. That means Goku, Vegeta, probably Piccolo, Krillin, all of those guys will go back to being kids, and the idea is that they'll be too weak to actually do any damage against these guys who are trying to, I don't know, take over the world or something like that. I think it's a great storyline idea, and I just love the designs in Dragon Ball Z so much. All of the characters are so unique and they pop so much. We don't see a lot of Goku and friends in this episode. We're more or less getting the villain's perspective on events that have happened in Dragon Ball Z, such as the fight with Majin Buu.
Welcome to our store, sir. Can I help you get anything today, sir?
What? Oh!
You want all?
Only towards the end is the wish made with the Dragon Balls to make all of the protagonists kids again, and we see sort of the start of that happen. That being said, I have a feeling the show is going to lead into the direction where we know that Goku as a kid was extremely powerful, but I don't think the villains understand that they are Saiyans and that they were very, very powerful as kids, so it's probably going to backfire on them a bit. But I'm not sure if we've ever seen like a kid Vegeta or a kid Piccolo, and I'm wondering if we see those characters here.
Most unusual.
As I said, for me, it is so nostalgia based, and I really hope we do get flashbacks or reappearances from villain characters from Dragon Ball Z, like Cell.
You said you'd show me true Saiyan power, but all that you've done is pump up your little muscles. And there's nothing special about that.
Seriously, the Cell saga of Dragon Ball Z was just the most insane saga of my childhood. I still remember waking up every day and watching that 50-episode long battle with Cell.
I have all that I need of your being in my cell structure already.
Overall, I'm really excited. I think it's awesome that Toriyama gets to have this posthumous release and just make something else in the Dragon Ball world, because his work is so inspiring, so creative, and so incredible in every conceivable way, and I can't wait to watch along with Dragon Ball Daima over the next year or so. Whew, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like this, leave a comment. Let me know, what are your thoughts on Dragon Ball Daima? Have you seen it? And who is your favorite character in the Dragon Ball franchise? I think mine is definitely Cell. I just remember that guy giving me nightmares as a kid, but I loved it so much. Subscribe to my channel for more content like this, all millennial pop culture, nostalgic pop culture. I would love for you to check out my channel. I'm nearly on 8,000 subs. Would love to hit 10,000 at some point soon as well. You can check out a bunch of my other content. I'm all over the internet doing dumb stuff that I think is cool, so just check out the links below. I have a blog, I have a podcast, and a whole array of other content that exists online. You'll find it somewhere, but that's pretty much it from me. My name's Radio Mike. This has been The Inside of My Mind, and I'll catch you in another video.